Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine Om Jnanantimirandasya Jnana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Kadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamala Shri Guru Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sujivam Sadvaitam Sadvadhutam Parijanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sarana Lalita Sri Visakamritam Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Pranamami Hari Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Vipashindubhyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna. So today we're still having the Radhastami fever. I was telling one devotee yesterday that here in Vrindavan, every day is like Radhastami. Srila Prabhupada's father, Gaur Mohan Dey, whenever there is a sadhu who will visit, he will always ask the sadhu to please bless my son to be a devotee of Srimati Radharani. And in Vrindavan, everyone greet each other as Jai Radhe or Radhe Sham. And Mayapur, Navadvip, they greet each other as what? Joy Nitai. Joy Nitai. Or Gauranga. But here in Vrindavan, she is the queen. And we're very fortunate somehow, for the last many years during Radhastami and Gopastami, we are having this privilege. We're blessed to have darshan of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. Even though Srila Prabhupada, at least in 2 occasions, he says that Radharani's lotus feet should not be shown to public. But somehow, even last night, 10 p.m., I don't know, any one of you are here? Yeah, he's really Radha Bhakta. Too much rain last night. I saw the video of last night's darshan, but mostly not many devotees, mainly a lot of devotees, public, so to speak, or congregation members. So the glories of Srimati Radharani is unlimited. It's like the glories of Lord Krishna is unlimited. Not possible to enumerate them. It's innumerable, like Anantasesh with his thousands of hoods and thousands of mouths since time immemorial is glorifying Lord Krishna. So similarly, Srimati Radharani's glories are unlimited. The name Radha is not mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Somehow, there was a hint in the 10th canto chapter 53, text, no, not 53, chapter 30, text 28. The purport given there was that given by Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur. I will read that verse because lotus feet of Srimati Radharani is our shelter. It's like lotus feet also of Lord Krishna is our shelter. But for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, mostly our focus of meditation are the lotus feet of Radhesham. So here in the purport of this verse, I'll read the text first. Anayara dito nunam Bhagavan Harir Ishvara Yanno Vihaya Govinda Prito Yam Anayat Vaha. So this verse, the gopis are reciting this verse. Certainly this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all-powerful personality of Godhead, Govinda, since he was so pleased with her that he abandoned the rest of us and brought her to a secluded place. Somehow, in the middle of the night, Lord Krishna would like to meet the gopis and to enjoy them with this rasa dance. And in India, this is the topic whereby it is popularly discussed, even though we don't discuss this every day, but it's appropriate that we discuss today. And it was discussed yesterday, partly the glories of Srimati Radharani. We don't do this, but for others, because this first chapter 28 till 32, the 5 main chapters about the rasa dance, this is the topic that those who doesn't know the real nature of the transcendental couple, they take it so cheaply and they want to hear this, even though unqualified. So here, we're hearing the conversations between the gopis amongst themselves. Krishna played his flute in the middle of the night to invite them. And as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that we should follow in the footsteps of the Vrajabasis in how they love and serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in particular the gopis, and especially the topmost, Srimati Radharani. No one can excel Radharani in serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the purport, says, Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti explains that the word Aradhita refers to Srimati Radharani. He comments, the sage Sukadev Goswami has tried with all endeavor to keep her name hidden, but now it automatically shines forth from the moon of his mouth. That he has spoken her name is indeed her mercy. And thus the word Aradhita is like the rumbling of a kettle drum sounded to announce her great fortune. Although the gopis spoke as if jealous of Srimati Radharani, They were actually ecstatic to see that she had captured Sri Krishna. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, one of the commentators also of the Srimad Bhagavatam, somehow these acharyas, they can see deeper as if they're entering the pastimes of the Supreme Lord to explain us and describe to us these intimate pastimes of the Supreme Lord. If we just read the verses, it is not possible for an ordinary person to understand and to know the meaning behind it. But these different acharyas, they can see through. For us, there is a film that will not be able to penetrate. But for them, as if they are there, present. Of course, these are not ordinary personalities. Most of them are manjaris, younger than the regular friends, so to speak, younger in age. And they can be with Radha and Krishna closer in some intimate pastimes, more than the other sakhis or girlfriends or saktas or friends of Lord Krishna. So she is the topmost devotee, she who worshipped Lord Krishna the best. As we heard yesterday, there is no difference between Radha and Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahiyanya. There are two personalities, but one soul, one mind, one consciousness. The one is the lover and the one is the beloved, the object of love. So Srimati Radharani, she is the one who can give Krishna the highest pleasure, Hiladini Shakti. Sambit, Sandini, and Hladini. It's like here in the material world, we have the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So in the spiritual world, this energy of the Supreme Lord, Antaranga Shakti, is also divided in three ways. The pleasure potency of the Supreme Lord, personified, or personification, Srimati Radharani. Without Radharani, there is no Krishna. As we mentioned also earlier, one of the acharyas, he does not want to go to Dwarka. Krishna may be there, but Radharani is not there. So I'll just rather stay in Vrindavan, because Radharani is here. Or even Krishna is not here, but Krishna is always here. Even the time when he left for Mathura, and the pretext that the invitation of Kamsa to fight and have a wrestling match, Lord Krishna says, I shall return. I will come back. And the Brajavasis, they don't want to go be with Lord Krishna in Mathura because their love cannot be expressed as much while being here in Vrindavan. In Mathura is more of mix, Aishwarya, and a little bit of Madhurya. But here in Vrindavan is pure Madhurya. And Srimati Radharani she is the epitome of that love, that she conquers even Lord Krishna. So her name is hidden in the Srimad Bhagavatam. No gopi's name were mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, except maybe Mother Yasoda or Rohini. But you will not hear Vishaka, Lalita, Tungavidya, Chitraleka, Sudevi. All of the names are not mentioned in the gopis except maybe, Mother Yasoda, Rohini Mataji. Why? The Acharya says that because Sukadev Goswami is the parrot Shuka of Radharani. And if he mentions the name of Radharani, then Parikshit Maharaj will be in trouble. He will not be able to finish the whole Bhagavatam recitation. He will fall into ecstasy. He'll be unconscious. Sukadev Goswami is so advanced, nearly 16-year-old boy, amongst the other great sages, saintly personalities, yogis, munis. He was chosen to speak the Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. And Sukadev Goswami, he revealed to us also the pastimes of the Supreme Lord in the 10th canto. But the name Radharani not mentioned. But there was a hint, Aradhita, the topmost servitor, the most perfect servant of Lord Krishna. But even though that position is given to Srimati Radharani, but she controls Krishna by her love. And here, great personalities like Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, Srimati Radharani, Lakshmi Ji, they all have markings on the sole of their lotus feet. And Srimati Radharani, she has also 19 markings. One of them is umbrella. It says here, from the Ujjvala Nilamani by Srila Rupa Goswami. It was quoted from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. At the base of the large toe of her left foot is the mark of a barley corn. Below that mark is a disc. Below the disc is an umbrella. And below the umbrella is a bracelet. Like today, we need umbrella. It's raining all night, all day long. The meaning of this umbrella is that if we take shelter of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet, is that we'll be able to become free from the pangs of material miseries and suffering. So by using umbrella, you will not get wet. But I would say this is also Radharani's mercy and blessings. Shower of mercy, rain. One devotee, he told me this morning, this is real Chaturmasya. Chaturmasya means 4 months of rainy season, whereby the sadhus, they will be just absorbed in one place to do their bhajan, to do their worship, to do their meditation. So in a sense, it is quite okay. Only the determined devotees will come to the mandir and have darshan of the Lord. There's not much rush. This morning, it is the same as well. Of course, we want people to come and have darshan of the Lord, but the rain keeps the not so much determined, and they can watch on the IBTV what's going on. So a vertical line extends from the middle, and some of these markings are present in Lord Krishna and also present unto lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. And we will discuss a little bit more of that, explain the meaning of each markings, because it's good to meditate on this. Yes, even there is a resolution that one should not show, but one can meditate every day in the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord and his eternal consort, Srimati Radharani. A vertical line extends from the middle of her foot to the juncture of her large and second toes. At the base of the middle toe is a lotus. Below that is a flag with a banner. And below that flag is a creeper, together with the flower. At the base of her small toe is an elephant goat. And upon her heel is a half moon. Thus, there are 11 marks on her left foot. At the base of a large toe of her right foot is a conch shell, and below that, a spear. At the base of the small toe of her right foot is a sacrificial altar. Below that, an earring, and below the earring, a club. Along the base of the second, third, fourth, and small toes is the mark of a mountain, below which is a chariot, and on the heel is a fish. Thus, altogether, there are 19 distinguishing marks and soles of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. Let me see. Yes. So these different meanings we already mentioned about umbrella. There is half moon also. This mark symbolizes how lotus feet truly provide the desired objectives of the devotees. It signifies that even devatas like Lord Shiva, whose symbol is a half moon, more of a crescent, like this. Yeah? Like during Radhakun's or Bahulastami, that is, you can see the moon, the same shape, crescent shape, have decorated their own heads with the soles of the feet. It also shows the devotees who likewise decorate their own head with the feet, can become exalted like Lord Shiva. Just as the moon showers nectar with a cooling rays, similarly the lotus feet shower nectar upon the devotees, extinguishing the threefold material miseries. It's like Lord Nityananda. Nitai Padakamala Koti Chandra Shushitala. That the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, Lord Nityananda, is like millions of moons shining all at the same time. It is cooling. Especially says that the material world is like a forest fire. Being here is like there is a forest fire. But the cooling effect coming from the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani and other Vishnu Tattvas, is so cooling that it extinguishes the fire, the heat, the miseries of this world. So that the minds of the devotees may reside at the feet. They bear the symbol of the moon, which is the devata or presiding deity of the mind, upon the feet. Just as the moon is one, yet it destroys the darkness seen by many people simultaneously. Similarly, the Lord is one, and yet by his cleverness can deliver many souls at the same time. Yes, you can have many stars, but you only need one moon. It gives soothing effect, especially after a day's hard work. The half moon also indicates that since Lord's toenails appear like 10 splendorously full moon, the real moon has shriveled up in shame and appears in half moon. Fish. Oh, what does the fish has to do with the lotus feet of the Lord or Srimati Radharani? This mark shows that just as a fish cannot live without water, similarly, the surrendered devotees cannot live a moment without directly associating with the feet. Our focus of meditation is always on the lotus feet. Even Prabhupada says that before having darshan of the Lord in his sweet smiling face, we should always meditate first on the lotus feet. And we pray that also every day to the spiritual master during Guru Puja, lotus feet. It's like a fish. We are also compared to a fish out of water here in the material world, and we can only be happy when we return to our original habitat, the spiritual world. It also shows that all the most cherished desires and longings of those who resort to lotus feet will be truly fulfilled. It also means that the mind is very fickle, just like a fish who wavers this way and that. And so only after much meditation do the feet finally come into the heart. It says that at the time of initiation, the lotus feet of the spiritual master is implanted into the heart of the disciple. It also indicates that lotus feet will come to live in one's heart only if the heart has been liquefied by soft, loving emotions. The feet do not thrive where it is dry. So our heart, not this heart that is pumping the blood. The soul has a heart. The soul you cannot see, so how can you see the heart of the soul? More difficult to see. But sometimes you say, that person has a heart of gold. But our heart is not made of gold, it's mechanical machine or whatever, the body. That means pure heart means pure consciousness, Krishna conscious. So there are many more of this. This chakra, this mark cuts down the 6 enemies of the devotees: lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and envy. It indicates Teja Tattva, or the principle of brilliance by which Lord destroys the darkness of sins from within his devotees' hearts. So Lord Krishna also has chakra, or other Vishnu Tattva, in the soul of their lotus feet. So Srimati Radharani also has this chakra or the disc. We should also pray even to Lord Ramachandra. He has these arrows and bow to pierce our heart and uproot the unwanted desires, 6 enemies, the anarthas. The goad, Ankusha. This mark indicates that meditation on lotus feet brings the elephants of the devotees' minds under control and keeps them on the right path. Yeah. Elephant, big animal. You must have seen that in Mayapur also. Every Wednesdays or weekends, I think it's on the weekends, they have 2 big elephants, and the person has this kind of instrument or tool to control the elephant. So that the goad is using also, if we meditate on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, then our mind will be under control. It also shows that those who thus stay in the path toward the feet become superior among men, just as one riding on top of an elephant travels far above the rest. Another one, flag, Dwaja. This mark announces that for the devotees meditating at the feet, they give security and safe protection from all sorts of fear. It's like we have one of our present guru, Srila Prabhupada's name is Jaipatak. Jaipatak Swami. It's victorious flag. So, many more. Lotus, flower, club. Club. Lord Vishnu has 4 arms. 2 of them are for the devotees, and 2 of the arms having these different items are meant for the demons. The club and the chakra are meant for the demons. Padma and what's the other one? Conch. That's for the devotees. So club, gada. This mark is to show that the lotus feet are capable of chastising the elephant of sinful lust. It further indicates that for whoever takes shelter of the feet, all their ancestors will also receive benefit. Altar, Vedi, this mark proclaims that the sins of those who meditate upon the feet are burned up as if on the altar of sacrifice. Furthermore, it indicates that just as the universe is nourished by the brahmanas offering fire sacrifice, similarly those who offer their minds in sacrifice to the feet stimulate universal nourishment that affect all of creation. So whenever we come to the mandir, anyone, also all of their sinful reactions from the past, knowingly or unknowingly, when they come, all of their sins are being burnt up. Especially when one sees Srimati Radharani having darshan. There was one big guru in Vrindavan, and he says, if you want to see Srimati Radharani, then go to Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir. And this guru is so big, he has so many followers, thousands and thousands. He says, I've never seen such a beautiful form of Srimati Radharani. Our Srimati Radharani, she is the best. I was in Delhi already. I was invited to speak in one of the temples there, and I cannot think myself being away from Vrindavan and Radhastami. So I have to come back and spend Radhastami here. And we have to be careful, especially the pujaris, when they decorate the deities, not to harm that beautiful form of the Supreme Lord. Because one pujari noticed that there is some hole on the ring, and if they're not careful, it may harm Srimati Radharani, so to speak. We may not be able to see after so many years. So Srimati Radharani, she controls Lord Krishna by her love. She has 25 qualities. Especially the quality of her eyes that controls Lord Krishna the most. It's like the eyes of a doe, a female deer, always moving here and there, moving here and there. That Krishna is captivated, especially in that beautiful lotus eyes of Srimati Radharani. We have to somehow, the glories, the love of Srimati Radharani, not so easy to understand. Radha Tattva, Shiva Tattva, Guru Tattva, Krishna Tattva. These tattvas, we're not be able to fully understand and realize them. It's not possible with our teeny brains. Only we can appreciate, only we can glorify Srimati Radharani, and by doing so, she may be able to bestow upon us her blessings, her sidelong glances. That's what it is, a sidelong glance. There's so many stories, so many in the Puranas, in Srimad Bhagavatam. We're not be able to understand them. There is this story saying that the story whereby to prove the greatness of Srimati Radharani, Lord Krishna told Radharani that you are greater than Yasoda. How can that be? Radharani says, she's like mother to me. How can the mother be surpassed by the daughter? Don't worry, I will show you. I will let you know. So one day, the gopis, headed by Srimati Radharani, they wanted Krishna to dance for them. And so they invited Lord Krishna. So they sang and they instructed Lord Krishna to dance. So Krishna was dancing and dancing and dancing. And then Mother Yasoda came and she was a little upset. What is this? My son is all day long grazing the cows, and here you are, you're asking him to dance? Are you doing this every day? After all day long of grazing the cows and the calves in the pasturing grounds, you are asking my son to dance? This is not proper. So Radharani says, no. Why don't you go home and see if your son is sleeping? So she went home and she saw Krishna deeply sound sleeping. So Mother Yasoda was thinking, how is this? Krishna is there dancing, and then my son is here soundly asleep. That is not possible. So she went back to the gopis. Well, this is our Krishna. Do you think there's only one Krishna in Vrindavan? You have your son, you saw him sleeping, and this is our Krishna. So now Mother Yasoda would like both of the Krishna to dance together. But Mother Yasoda was thinking, how can I know your Krishna and my Krishna? So Radharani, she thought, let me put a mark on his forehead, our Krishna. If we put a mark on our Krishna, then we'll be able to distinguish between your Krishna and our Krishna. So, Lord Krishna, their Lord Krishna, the gopis' Lord Krishna, They came to Mother Yasoda's house and they started to clap, they started to chant, and both of them were dancing. And somehow, after some time, the two Krishnas became one. Because Krishna can expand himself. 16,108 Krishnas in Dwarka. So in Vrindavan, he did this pastime. So now, Mother Yasoda, she noticed that, where is my Krishna? Because the only Krishna present dancing is the Krishna that has a mark, Chandal mark on his forehead. So she asked Radharani, where is my Krishna? Where did he go? I says, I don't know. I don't have any clue. Well, we were all here. This is Yogamaya playing here. Yogamaya can do this. She's the arranger of the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Purnamasi personified, or Sita Thakurani, the wife of Advaita Acharya. She is also Yogamaya. So, this cannot be. Where is my Krishna? I cannot live without him. Please help me. Radharani says, what can we do? We're all here. We didn't know how Krishna left. He must be somewhere. Mother Yasoda says, I'm ready to give up my life. Please, Radha, help me find my Krishna. I cannot do it without him. So she was ready to give up her life, Mother Yasoda. And eventually, Krishna revealed that I am the son of my tank. I believe even before that, she was begging Radharani, please find my Krishna. She even asked Radharani so sweet to find where is her Lord Krishna. So Radharani was shown by Lord Krishna that actually she is greater than Mother Yasoda in this way. Of course, we should not consider ourselves to be in any ways greater than our spiritual master, even if we know some other areas or expertise than our spiritual master. We should always consider ourselves to be fools, not fool number 2, fool number 1. So Srimati Radharani, out of humility, she cannot bear her feet being touched by Mother Yasoda. But this is just to prove the greatness of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani was asked by Lord Krishna to come on the pleading of Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna to come to the material world, because the material world is being overburdened by demons and irreligious practices. So Lord Krishna will not come to the material world without Srimati Radharani, because they're always together. Like Arjuna and Krishna, they're always together. Or Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, they're always together. So Radharani has to be persuaded, to be convinced by Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna will do anything for Srimati Radharani to come. Otherwise, how will be able to perform their pastimes here without Radharani? So Radharani gave a condition, I will come only if Govardhan is there and Yamuna is there. There is also Govardhan in the spiritual world and Yamuna in the spiritual world, but there is no lifting of Govardhan hill in the spiritual world because there is no King Indra in the spiritual world. So the first personality also, the one of the conditions, Radharani says that you will be the first person that I would like to have darshan. Knowingly the material world is full of miseries and suffering. By seeing you, I know that I will not have to suffer miserable condition of life in the material world. So the first person that Srimati Radharani had darshan was Lord Krishna. When she appeared, she was blind. Her eyes was shut, having found by Vrishabhanu Maharaj near the Yamuna. Radharani was situated unto the golden lotus flower. And the first person, in some place I've read, it says after 11 days, her eyes was closed. Even Narad Muni came to see Srimati Radharani. And because he wanted to see all the children, and he heard that Lord Krishna took birth, so Narad Muni also came to see Lord Krishna. But he also wanted to find out there must be some other children, great personalities took birth. So he went to practically all the residences in Vrindavan, and finally he arrived at King Vrishabhanu's place in Raval, because this was the place where Srimati Radharani appeared. In different kalpas, different stories how Srimati Radharani appeared. And this one story of Narad Muni coming to King Vrishabhanu's palace or place. First, King Vrishabhanu, because he was asked by Narad Muni to, if you can see, if you have any child here, I'd like to have darshan. He says, yes, I have this boy, Sridham. At first, he did not reveal that he has another daughter because she is deaf and blind and deaf, blind, and dumb, so to speak. So before leaving, King Vrishabhanu says, oh, I have another child. But this child, this daughter of mine, she's blind, cannot hear anything. So Narad Muni says, that's okay, I still want to see. And as soon as he had a glance of Srimati Radharani, he concluded that this is Gokuleshwari, Golokashwari, Mahalakshmi, source of all goddesses of fortune. And when he saw Srimati Radharani, how fortunate he was. He understood that this is just because of the blessings of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Lord, that he narrated Lord Krishna's supremacy, his greatness, that Srimati Radharani's eyes opened and she turned into her Kishori age. And some of the gopis, about the same age also as Srimati Radharani, also came to hear Lord Krishna's glories and greatness. Then after some time, Radharani again turned back to become a baby. Again, closed eyes. And only when Lord Krishna came, and the first expression that Srimati Radharani had is that when she smelled the chandan and the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, the chandan and tulsi, because only Lord Krishna is having this feature of tulsi and chandan. So she opened her eyes, and that was midday. That was the day. That's why we observe her appearance day and the midday. we're fasting till noon. Even though she was found early in the morning, just as the sun was rising. That is the main reason why we celebrate her appearance day. So let us meditate on Srimati Radharani's glories, her greatness, her lotus feet. Let us take shelter. It's like I sent a photo. One devotee, he sent me a photo of Srimati Radharani. If you have not noticed, our deities, they were freshly painted. After many years of being painted, there are layers and layers of paint that's been accumulated. So they did a good job. One devotee who came from Mumbai, and also our Yadampati Prabhu. As you can notice, also even Srila Prabhupada, they look very effulgent, they look very nicely done. Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta, Sisi Gaurita, Krishna Balaram, Radheshan, Lalita, and Visakha. And so someone took a picture and he sent it to me, the picture. And out of excitement, out of happiness also, I shared this picture to many devotees all over the world. And then one devotee quoted again, Prabhupada says, oh, this is what Prabhupada says. Is there a new quotes again? And he's saying that, like a question that we can show. We do it on special occasion, only on Radhastami and Gopastami, so that we can get the blessings of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. Getting the blessings of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet means chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We just cannot imagine how fortunate we are in Vrindavan. We should not take it for granted. It takes millions and millions of lifetimes to come to Vrindavan and what to say of reside in Vrindavan. So we should carry that mood of Srimati Radharani, who is always serving Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srimati Radharani, hey! Vidai go Sitanath Premanande. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask me personally.
Definitely an eye-opening story. And the other one gave new meaning to growing up quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
With 11 days to Kishori, just like that.
Yes, in few seconds.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare.